well on the hero. Just completely turn team fights.
Yeah, it feels like it's going to be an interesting transition for the techies with this new scepter if it's going to start to be like a core item build or not, because of course we did see it in that previous game with Saxa picking up. So see if Tiger once again is going to look to try and follow that route as well. Of course, it takes a little bit of gold, but she'll look to see. So far mid lane, BZM is botting 9, and it's to be expected. I mean, this is a Timber into a strength hero. I don't really know if there's much 9 can do to offset this matchup. Like, maybe you can consider about pulling the creeps around the tower. I'm not quite sure how he'd be able to make this lane at least somewhat okay for the DK.
Yeah, I mean, kind of expected, but like I feel like early level Timbersaw, you never really kill a DK because your nuke's are low level, so I'm a bit surprised that 9 doesn't have a few more last hits. But yeah, he is really in for a rough one, so not going to be able to get the same kind of help as he did in previous games as well.
Yeah, but the hero needed a rework, and we'll see what Skid is able to do. Of course, he was able to pull it out in some games where he wasn't even looking strong. I mean, you could take back to the game 3, the grand finals at TI. You know, we weren't seeing the Medusa in the meta at all, and I was like, well, why not? I'll play it.
I think the big thing is the hero gets like destroyed by mana burn now, so you want to make sure you pick it in the right spot.
Bottom lane, OG will be a little bit too late to protect Kid Track, but they're looking to try and snipe away 33, taking the ancient stack with the spam from afar. Oh, he got denied to the neutrals. All right, not too bad. I also believe they stole one of Tundra's tokens. Confirm later on afterwards. They won't be able to get anything more, but the tower, along with some of the remaining creeps, is now 9. They've still got Sarts in nearby. Dragon Tail is going to be set up for the blast, but with the Doom turnaround, Yuragi, well, they're going to be able to pump in plenty of damage with the Timber nearby, so a bit of a streak as well for Yuragi to fire, and there's nothing that Saxa can do to protect 9.
I love what we're seeing from BZM on his Timber. Like, he was showing up top to put pressure on as soon as, you know, this Beastmaster's had a rough laning stage because the DK needed all that extra help. So they correctly identify that he's going for those Ancients and rotating the Timber, who can not only help get the kill, but also take away all these Ancients that have been stacked up. He continues to contest these Ancients here. Does need to be a little bit careful. This is something that Tundra are definitely going to want to stop and contest. Yeah, they're bringing in numbers to try and deal with BZM here.
Can they even get him though? Oh, Snake King's got a little bit of a duel going on inside the river. A little bit of kill, a lot of one charges to work with as well from Snake King, but BZM's able to fly over the top and help burst him down. So a 1-for-1 in the end.
Or this Medusa, get to the back lines, try and deal with the Coddle.
Oh, look at the Enchantress position, just perfect once again. The read from them, recognizing pretty much the only angle for OG is going to be all the way around. It'll be the long route from MC. Skid is still just plunking himself all the way forward.
DK.
They want to take the Doom out of the equation. So it looks like he's not going to be playing with the ultimate. 9 should go down pretty easily off the back of that, but coming through with the roar as well. MC, who can spellcast. Great reactions out at 33. Now they've got the numbers advantage as well. Over to the high gun they go with Saxa. Forced off to reposition. Oh, this awkward position for OG. How do you get out now? BZM slow to a crawl. Chain up in a couple of seconds. Be able to make it back to the safety of his own high ground, but Tundra, are they gonna stop? You've still got Agent.
I don't think so.
That's Doom down as well.
They've got the Skadi now, so Skadi Diffusal, you mentioned, like, you just can't move at all, and just plop Skidder on the high ground. Like, how do you actually address this Medusa now?
It's gonna work. Bottom, a back. Kid Truck's gonna go down on the right side. I mean, Mosquito's just stopping 3 heroes from running past them.
Yeah, he's like, I don't know, he's trying to keep creeps out of the base to keep the backdoor protection, but whatever it is, Skeeter just doesn't care. He's happy to just 1v3 on the high ground, and anything being thrown at him is just, it's tickling. This Medusa is well and truly online, and just doesn't feel like they've got anywhere near the damage to address Skeeter's Medusa.
And the issue is they haven't been farming as well. They could have potential mid lane. Another jump on a 9. Beautiful read from OG. I mean, you see Tundra, they're a little bit slow to potentially connect to the DK. So once again, they're going to be able to blow him up to start the fight. And you still have the Echo Sand to utilize as well. Eyes on MCs. His Blink's gonna cancel though from the Medusa illusions, so making it awkward for him to find an angle into the middle of the fight. Gonna try and attempt this now for the moment, but Skeeter's just popping himself so far forward. This blockade. OG unable to crack it right now. Yuragi has to do it back up to work with. They want to take care of the supporting cast of Tundra, but again, Skeeter just puts himself forward. It looks like Kitrak should be able to deal with the Beastmaster, and they're not going to be able to find... Pop inside the lane. Look at the silence of BZM, a decent chunk of damage onto the Timbersaw early on. He's going to be able to protect BZM, and now with the Scepter activated, he's going to charge into the middle. They want to take Snake King out of the equation, but the Enchantress is really make all the odds to echo for it. And now BZM, he's isolated as well. Yuragi, though, finds an angle in for the Doom. Once again, it's going to be on to 9, but Skeeter, he can protect him. And Stone Case buying some space, but it's not going to matter. BZM off the back of the buyback. They're just going to clean up the supporting cast once again. They'll isolate Skeeter. He's stuck in the fissure. They'll leave him to last. They recognize they can have him completely alone. They don't have to fear about the Medusa with how they've itemized against Skeeter. And now that he's by himself, they can toy with him. Soak inside the spells, stun lock him down, burn his mana, and soon take his health as well. Yeah, I mean, he'll bring the techies into the grave, but it is a worthwhile sacrifice from Tiger in the end. And OG
right click damage, but yeah, here we go. They got Skeeter, they got the Doom.
Another Doom onto the Medusa. This time he's got the boys to play with him. All their attention is solely put onto Skeeter. Let's see if they're going to have the damage to be able to bring him down. And it looks like that'll be the case. Skeeter's gone, but he's got to buy back and he's got to use it instantly. But OG, they can look to get the supporting cast before the Medusa is able to connect to the team as BZM onto the bridge. But the use of the recall means that Skeeter is back into the midst of it all. And OG, it's an all-out retreat for them. They've used all of their ultimates.
Whereas Roshan, it's a quick Roche respawn, so it's waiting there for Tundra if they want to fall back and take it. At the same time, they can smell blood in the water. They want to find that pick-off or two, knowing there's no Doom, and they've got the Will-O-Wisp on Tiger. It's a good force-up out.
Start onto the Timber. BZM's in some trouble. He'll be able to get the wall back onto 33, but still a lot of damage is being applied. They're going to try and drag him back in. Spirit Vessel's activated. Meanwhile, with the backline, though, Yuragi, he's found an angle. He's going to try and doom up the Coddle. It's not really providing them a whole lot at the moment. At least it's space for BZM to be able to reposition. They'll still be able to get the kill to Tiger in the end. And now Yuragi, he's completely stuck inside the middle of the lane. The Doom's in trouble. They'll have plenty of damage thanks to the Medusa to be able to secure the kill. An instant buyback's going to come out from the Doom. But what can he really do without his ultimate to work with? They'll tear apart the DK, and now it's just the Medusa. Skeeter against the world. Under though, a heavy investment, multiple buybacks. They want to close out this game one right here and right now off this fight.
It's still tricky. I think you want to kind of regroup and reset a bit here. It's a 5v4, and you know Doom doesn't have a buyback, but that Doom is coming. Almost got caught there, but that Doom's coming back online fast with the Octarine Core. Will they force the high ground here? They've got only 20 seconds on this A for OG. And now this game breaks wide open. With all these heroes not having buyback, it means if you somehow win a fight, you could just win the game off of that.
Oh, he's actually going to jump in aggressively. Yuragi.
Oh no.
He doesn't activate the Doom. Now the Ignis, it's proving to be a bit of an issue. They've got the break and Skeeter with the damage. They'll pump away the life. And he's the one that brought back prior. They don't have Yuragi now for the potential last fight as MC. He's caught out as well, but the buybacks are lacking from OG, and just one misstep is all they needed, and Tundra can walk it down now.
And a big misstep it was, blinking in aggressively. Like you expect him, okay, he's blinking, he's gonna like BKB. He hasn't gone for the BKB, he's gone for all these other big late game scaling items, but that's where the keeper of the...
is under attack. Radiant's top tower has fallen. Radiant's top barracks has fallen. Radiant's top barracks has fallen. The Dire now have mega creeps.
Looks like they're not even going to give themselves up for it. T4's going down too fast.
Radiant's middle tower has
The
fallen.
Weaver shows for an instant and just gets blown up.
Radiant's ancient
Then we'll try and chuck some spells out, but Skeeter just beelining towards the throne. They do have MC back alive. This could be activated as well. They'll try and drop the Echo Slam and use everything onto Skeeter, but it is just a last-ditch attempt that in the end will not work out for them. Their heroes will crumble, and it took them a while for Tundra, but this Medusa upon now. The Sunstrike to work with the Cold Snap as well. BZM's doing a really good job to play his distance with the combo. Tries to use the mischief, but not going to be on the mark, and they'll still get a return kill to Tiger nonetheless. It looks like, of course, OG are very happy with that exchange.
Where you go? Come on, sprites!
Radiant's
bottom
tower is
Skeeter,
under
he's
attack.
probably going to go down. MC. Okay. Mr. Tiger.
Radiant's
We saw what happened prior when they dived deep behind the tower. And OG is starting to bring the reinforcements. They're going to start with Uragi, and seems like that's all they'll need. Saxa will still be able to get the kill nonetheless with the power shot before they trade lives. Down to the south, they're onto 33 as well. A Frostbite's going to stop the retreat. And BZM, of course, has plenty of damage with the Invoker. So OG, they'll be able to find for the heroes. So see if they're going to be able to continue to do so. Is bottom Tiger? Saxa's kind of punting him down. Seems a little bit awkward right now with what's going on, because you've also got Kitrak starting to move on over. They'll drop the wall and maybe just have Sarks to try and go for the finishing blow. Alright, that's a bigger kill, 9. Well, they don't really mind about having Tiger go down. He won't even die in the end. Kitrak. They're a freezing field to buy some time. And now they're starting to cut off the retreat. Sunstrike sucks. Almost runs into it, but where's the angle for him to retreat? He's going to go up to the north instead. That's kind of the one spot. Meanwhile as well, 33. He's got the Greaves and 1 charges to work with, but it looks like, is it enough? Tornado just shy. Doesn't have the levels out in the Rex. This is very deep, but it's not going to matter in the end. There is no one home from Tundra to be able to penalize. Very fine line. Speaking of the Elkuragi, we're kind of trying to sit up on the Alchemist top, but they run to Saxa first. Man, again, dude. They do isolate away from the rest of their team, so maybe Tundra are going to make the attempt. Onto Kitrak they go, but BZM, he's going to be able to disrupt the combo. Walls out from 33. They'll be able to get the initial kill. Skeeter's going to try and lock onto the Invoker as well, but the Deafening Blast will give him a bit of breathing room. But the boys are starting to TP in, but BZM, I mean, he's still got the Aegis, all their attention put on the Invoker, and he's still got a second life to work with. They wouldn't even kill him the first time. BZM stands strong, and the rest of Tundra, they're in shambles. An all-out retreat has been called. Sneaking, should be able to get some distance away under the cover of the Glimmer Cape, but in fact, alright, they sniped the Aegis a little. The damage is there from BZM. He lands a pretty good combo with the meatball. Skeeter's going to be in the middle. Crimson again, though, is just mitigating all the damage from the Phantom Lancer. They're going to turn to the easy target into Kitrak's Crystal Maiden, but it just takes them so long. By the time they get the kill, the supports are still continuing to go down as OG are... doesn't want to give him an opportunity to get their defense set up. The Minion Snaky once again, who's taken a lot of the damage. The 4-staff's not going to be enough to protect him, and now they've got the numbers advantage and they can crack the high ground. A 4v5 and all their dreams of potentially turning his back around is in the hopes of 33. He's going to get a hell of a combo, but they just shrug it off. They're so far ahead. All the damage mitigation will keep them healthy. They can stand strong inside the ring. There's nothing they've got to fear. With the ultimates expiring, they can look to celebrate with some kills to close out this game. Uragi, though, he's going to try and respect him a little bit. Backing on off, Tiger. He'll pay the price, but it looks like it's not going to matter in the end. 33-2. A lot of Tundra's heroes starting to funnel into this bottom side of the map, so Uragi, it's going to catch him off guard. Beautiful concoction onto 2. MC is going to be close to connect as well. The ultimate's not there, but at least he brings all the auras for them to work with. And Skeeter, Doppelganger, it's still on cooldown as well. It'll finally come up to help get some separation. OG, they're going to continue to funnel into the area. Skeeter, there's going to be a long escape for him to make it all the way back to the base. Surge will help cover the retreat, but over the rest of the heroes now, they're completely vulnerable. They used everything to keep the PL alive, and now there's no way for them to escape. Well, Snakey will get cropped. No, wait, is he going to run it? Okay, man, he was running to the Sunstrike inside the base.
Radiant's bottom barracks are under attack. Radiant's bottom.
The buildings inside the cares about the heroes. The Chargers slowing down the game. That's all they are. Probably not even going to get the Crystal Maiden. What an item this Crimson Guard is currently at this stage in Dota. All the auras, quite the meta we have currently. But for OG, they're going to be able to end